What's up, Clapback? Welcome back to another Thursday episode of Clapback Culture. I'm your girl, Jules Jessie. And listen, I am so glad to be here again on this Friday Eve. Listen, you guys, I got a good show planned for you. Hopefully, I don't have too many technical difficulties because the internet be tripping. So listen, good show. And of course, couldn't do this show without my boy Big Rado coming in.
What's up, gang? How y'all feeling?
Gang, gang.
Time to get real crazy.
Time to get crazy today. Let's keep it ratchet today. How about that?
Let's do it.
Let me adjust my audio real quick. Turn me up in my headphones. You guys like that? Does it sound better? Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
It sounds way better. I can hear you clear.
Okay, it's clear. Okay, we got Dominique in the comments already. What's up, family? What is good? Glad to see you on the show. Listen, we got about 10 live. If you haven't shared the stream already, make sure you share the stream and let somebody know that Clapback Culture is on, baby.
We here.
We live. Okay. This is going to be my first time testing this thing out, Rado. So just bear with me.
Let's do it. We're going to make it work.
We're going to make it work. One moment. Well, you can tell the people how's your Thursday going? I know you had a busy.
My Thursday's good, Jack. You know how I measure weeks, days, and minutes. If nothing bad happened, then it was a phenomenal day, right? There's so much that's going on in our city, so much that's going on in our surroundings. I'm just excited to just be here. So we here another day, we here another week. We got a lot of topics to talk about. I'm super, super excited. It's just crazy. This crazy world just gives us material after material to be able to bless you guys with our own screwed opinions. Because you guys know I cannot wait to talk about a few things. Definitely.
All right. Well, I know you'll want to talk about this, so go ahead and add this. First topic. Okay, you remember Carly Russell, y'all. She done took us through a storm last summer.
These days, that blue dress is giving cousin.
It is, and that is why my shady self went ahead and did a back-to-back on that. Man, life hit sis.
Yeah.
Sis is giving cousin right now.
She might want to disappear this time. She got a reason to act crazy now.
Man, she looked like she out here doing bad, bruh.
It's giving hit the link.
Listen, well, the case is wrapped up, you guys. An Alabama judge went ahead and sentenced Carly Russell after she pled guilty in her own kidnapping hoax. We knew that this would happen. Again, she only had 2 misdemeanor charges. One for filing a false police report after orchestrating a kidnapping hoax. And the second one was a fabricated kidnapping. Anyway, she is only going to receive supervised probation for 1 year and restitution of close to $18,000. And she must complete 100 hours of community service. The judge basically told her, like, listen, you are wasting time here in my courtroom. So we're not going to do more than that because these are misdemeanors, despite the fact that you wasted everybody's time before. You're not going to continue to waste our time now. So listen, what do you guys think in the comments? Is this has justice been served in this case?
I mean, it's nothing. I mean, that's a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing, right? I will say this. I mean, what did she do? I mean, she did a lot, but did she really do a lot? And it's like she's basically guilty of causing this state of Alabama money, right? That's basically what it is. I mean, she had a tantrum. She lied to a few people, but I mean, her crimes were egregious as we've made it, in this media platform. So, I mean, I will say that. I have to give her that.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, to your point, it's not it's more embarrassing. I think she went ahead and gave a statement. She said, I want to genuinely apologize for my actions and the resulting negative impact inflicted onto others. I'm extremely remorseful for the panic, fear, and various range of negative emotions that were experienced across the nation. I want to also specifically acknowledge and take accountability for the pain and embarrassment that I inflicted upon my family, my church family, friends, neighbors, community, and all of those who were directly involved in my search efforts. It was, and then, and she just kind of saying sorry there. She also is just saying like how embarrassed she is. And, she apologized for the embarrassment that she put on to other people, her family, friends, etc. And the judge said it's a waste of resources to have a trial. Although we are upset about what you've done,
Yeah,
we're not going to treat you differently than we would any other person charged with misdemeanors. So,
yeah. I will have to say that I will say that I see that though. I see that she really did keep it real and kept it fair. But I mean, it was one of those things like they just had to charge her with something. That's basically what we dealing with. She was just out of control, but she's that's just her.
I mean, the embarrassment alone, whew, excuse me, the embarrassment alone, I think, is kind of enough of a sentence. Like,
Yeah.
I would change my name.
What happened to is we being real messy? Did she get back with the boyfriend? Where the boyfriend at?
Oh, she not getting back with that boyfriend, honey. The boyfriend said that he was traumatized and he done moved on with his life. But what's what's annoying about him is like he really didn't take the opportunity to really take his 15 minutes of fame.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, he really didn't. He
But
didn't.
you don't want to be associated with that. She was embarrassing as I don't know what. Your girl died and came back from the dead. What?
That's embarrassing.
Oh my
That's embarrassing.
goodness,
But here's
man.
the thing: he probably didn't want any other details to come out. Like, what
Yeah,
were you guys fighting about that made her jump?
yeah,
That's a big, like, that's a big deal. Like, what were you guys really arguing about? And allegedly, he was a womanizer. So who knows? I mean, if he had jumped out there, you got to think even outside of Carly, it would have been other girls jumping out. Like,
yeah.
bruh, you was all in my DMs last week,
That
right?
wouldn't have stopped him though. Once his face got out of there, that's not gonna stop thirsty women from coming out and saying what they want to say. But it might have been a juicy secret in there that he didn't want to come out. Like he dealing with, whatever he dealing with. So I
Yeah,
don't
that's true.
I don't know. It gets crazy.
It gets crazy. Okay, we can be messy on this. Oh, this is sad, but also super messy.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull this up. Give me 1 second. This is super messy because what we're about to talk about, you guys, is the Chicago man whose baby mother hit up the ops and let him know where her baby daddy's location was. So a man, he was fatally shot after his child's mother allegedly
Yeah,
posted his
this
location, his address on Facebook for everybody to see. And the
crazy.
thing that makes this even more egregious is that in her post, before posting his location,
Yeah.
she says things like, didn't he snitch on y'all? Like, oh, it says this.
No, that's how she basically dropped snitch. That's how she dropped the location.
She
She was
said,
like,
my
she
baby
said,
daddy got the weakest ops.
yeah,
He keeps coming home alive and untouched. Ain't he a snitch on half of y'all? Ain't he robbed half of y'all? Anyways, he is not located. He is not
he is
located
not
at
located.
425 North Kimball. I repeat, he is not. Well, the ops found him and he was shot in the chest multiple times and did not survive. Um,
So it's different. Like I'm trying to figure out who's beefing with him in Chicago. So Chicago is definitely a lot of black on black crime up there, right? But it's like who's messing with this guy, man? You
I
know,
mean, listen, it's interesting that you mentioned that because some people in the comments were like, why do we feel like we need to covet this person if he had ops? But what I'm saying is that's besides the point. Like, if this, regardless of whatever this guy has done, he clearly had enemies out here. If she
yeah.
could post out a location and then people will pull up,
Especially
it doesn't matter though, right?
in Chirac Town.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. He probably is outside. 9 times out of 10, if you have ops and you can drop a location, you are probably outside. She's
Mhm.
also insinuating that he snitched, so he probably has maybe some charges. Da, 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 da. I mean, we can kind of put the theory together. So he's outside, he's in the streets. Um, what do you think she will be charged with? Because as I'm
She's
thinking
not.
about the
She
law,
wouldn't be charged though. That's why she drafted it. She never said come and get him. She drafted to say that's why she's specific in saying he is not at this address. So
but here's the thing: she still could be charged with doxing. And so doxing, you guys, if you remember, that's like basically like trolling on the internet and putting out someone's public information online. So she could be charged with doxing, and depending on the prosecutor or the attorney general's office, we will see if they can charge her with maybe like, I don't know,
one of those, or maybe,
murder.
or
Could she
maybe,
be charged as an accessory?
or maybe she could finally just get a good old old fashioned butt whooping. That's what sounds pretty good. Where his sisters at? Latinos come deep. Mother, father, everybody coming to fight. I feel like that's what she need.
Man, this is sad.
Nah, it is very sad.
It's sad.
Very sad.
We're gonna keep up on this case, you guys, because I really want to see what she's gonna be charged with, if charged with anything at all. But I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
The coldest thing about this is that they have a child involved in this situation.
Ain't that crazy that she did that, knowing that this is her real child's father? Like I'm lost.
I'm super lost on that.
It's
And the
like she
thing is,
did
it's hella
nothing
grimy.
about this
It's
person.
super grimy. Like you're
Yeah.
hella grimy to, you had your baby father killed despite what you guys been going through. Like you real life had your baby father killed.
Yes.
And
Yes, she did.
I don't understand how you sleep at night knowing that you have a son or a daughter that no longer has a father in this world, and you are responsible. You regardless if in the eyes of law you're responsible, like in the eyes of your child, you are going to be responsible. They are going to know that this is when they go online and Google search what happened to their father, or
You see it.
God forbid they have a relationship with the father's
They gonna see
family.
it.
The child is gonna know instantly. And then now you lost your child because I'm not having a relationship with my mom after that, period. Like you're grimy, you're hella grimy.
Yeah. Nah, you definitely are.
I don't see how she's going to be able to justify that to her child later on. But you guys let us know down in the comments below, what do you guys think about this? What do you think she could be charged with? Do you think she should be charged? Do you guys think she's responsible for this killing or this murder? Like, what do you guys think, and how do you guys think it'll all play out? Make sure you drop those comments below because we want to hear from you. Oh man, this show just gets
Yeah,
crazier
it gets
and crazier in
crazier.
the world, bruh. I mean, you
Crazy.
worried about the ops. Listen, the ops is your baby mother right here, bruh.
Yeah.
That's some wild stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, it's just one of them things, man. People think it's a game out here. Everybody think it's a game until it's not. And I'm
Mhm.
sure she's gonna be one of those crazy grieving, baby mothers like, oh my God, my baby, my baby. But no, you did this. You
Yeah.
are accessory to this nonsense, man. And it's crazy to see her doing this, and as a result, she's dead. I mean, man, I couldn't wait to come back from the dead to get her. I hunt her every night in her sleep, every night,
Real life.
every night.
I want to move on. I want to see if I can play this video for you guys. Because I was having some trouble uploading videos earlier. Okay, that's still not working. So let me see. I'm gonna try to share my screen. If we can hear the hopefully we can hear the audio. If we can hear the audio, then that'll be good. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna share this.
Okay.
All right, bet. So we can see this. This is the video I want to. Okay, hold on. Can you guys hear that?
We can't hear or see it.
Oh, you guys can't hear it or see it?
Nope.
Dag, that sucks.
You remember you tried this on the last show last week, and I was like, I was holding my breath because I was like, maybe she could see it on her side and the viewers can, but I can't. But then whatever I can hear and see, obviously the viewers can hear and see as well.
Okay, well, you guys let us know. Well, okay, let me try one more other thing.
Looking too crazy.
Well, hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, we can see it.
There we go.
We
Okay.
can see it. Okay. Word. Word.
So man sues woman over Facebook group. Okay. Interesting.
Wait, what has a Facebook? Okay, yes. Okay, so let me give you guys some quick context. So basically, I don't know if you've ever heard about this, Rodney. So there is a thing now.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we've been out this dating world for a minute, but there's a thing now where it's like, are we dating the same guy? Are we dating the same man? So there's a Facebook group. There's multiple Facebook groups in different cities, and girls will drop pictures of different dudes that they're dating and see are other females dating the same guy.
Jesus. Technology is
So,
control. It's
man,
getting harder and harder to cheat. It's harder and harder to cheat out here for men, man. The men,
for
the men
anybody, because maybe guys might have the same thing, but I really only know this to be like a female thing or whatever. So,
definitely a female thing. Guys would never.
okay, well, guess what? The
Yeah.
shout out to the city girls right now because we're out here, period. This is crazy. So basically, in one of these Facebook groups, they drop a picture of this dude, and it's like, is anybody dating him? And multiple women are on here basically going after this guy, like he's a this, he's a that. Don't date him, don't do that. Like people are giving their unfiltered experience about how their dates went and etc.
Wow.
I'm gonna let the clip play out so you can see how.
Because this is crazy. This is next level catching the guy.
Nah, for real.
Next level.
Okay, now I just have to figure out how to play this. So hold on. Dang, hold on. How do I play this?
Just press play. You can't play it on your part.
I don't know. Let me see. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, okay. There we go. All right.
Truth and their opinions are protected against defamation.
It's very bizarre. The accusations are baseless.
I feel not just for myself, but for my co-defendants and for the other women that he's gone after.
Olivia Berger and Vanessa Valdez are just two of multiple women being sued for defamation, libel, sex-based discrimination, and other allegations by Stuart Lucas Murray.
He's basically suing us for $2.6 million in damages.
It all started with this post on the Facebook group, Are We Dating the Same Guy? When Olivia and Vanessa saw the post and all the comments, they added their own experiences.
He seemed, in my opinion, pretty smug and very arrogant. The entire date, he was putting me down for various things, my job included.
Vanessa never went on a date with Murray because she says she didn't like the messages he sent her, at one point even calling her a moron.
But everything I said was just my experience with him and my opinions on how I think, he should not be on dating sites.
We contacted Murray for comment, but he declined an on-camera interview. Instead, he directed us to this website with a long statement that says in part, "This action is not a game, and the accusations against the defendants are serious. I rejected each of them and cut them off quite swiftly. Instead of going their separate ways, they went on for months and years to spread misinformation about me and countless others. Their actions were deliberate, and they are now playing the victims," unquote. His full statement will be up on our website.
This is not his first lawsuit. It's not his second lawsuit. It's not his fifth lawsuit. He has a pattern, and it seems to me that that pattern is most often directed towards women.
What have you learned from this?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ain't it crazy?
That's crazy, man. It's like, and are you doing this from the same state? Were they from the same state when this happened?
Yeah, they're all in LA. So listen, he's suing over 50 women for defamation because he found out about him being on the page. So this is kind of like the first of its kind.
That's kind of crazy right there. That's the craziest way to get out of something, man. When I say that's crazy, that's out of control. To be able to get out of something and then sue is out of control. It reminds me of kind of like what's going on with the whole Ray J and Princess right now, right? So
What's
you
going on with
know,
them?
they on their third breakup, so they filed for divorce for the third time.
Oh,
This time is supposed to be completely serious. She's supposed to be seeing some guy, allegedly. And it's like one of those things like, was Ray J put on a site and she was like, hey, that's Ray J or what? Because he continues to get caught up. She continues to get caught up. They just got one of the messiest relationships.
they're hella messy.
They're
I
like a
think
more conservative Blueface and Krishan without like the, without the physical abuse, I guess.
my thing is like I don't really appreciate this guy taking this to court. Like we found out about you, bruh. Like that's what happened. The women found out your game and they
And that's
went and really I don't really see how this is gonna fly in court because defamation is when something is not true. If women are sharing their experience and they like it's
experience or man. So it sounds like they sharing the same way. You hear
they're
me?
they're sharing both.
Yeah,
They're definitely sharing both.
yeah.
So I don't know, you guys. Drop your comments below. Let us know what you think about this situation because has this gone too far? Has social media just gone too far where we're just like we can't even
It has, but it also brings us. It also enlightened us on a lot of things that's going on, right? So I've been reading up on one of my favorite Nickelodeon stars, Jay Jordan. I believe his name is Jay Lewis. His name is Jay Lewis. And he's very popular child star. And him and a couple of other individuals have been coming out talking about how they have been molested and touched and forced to have sex to be able to get these big parts. And they're basically saying why they've been canceled. So if you notice or haven't noticed, because obviously it's like a lot of our child stars just disappear. A lot of our Nickelodeon Disney stars, I mean, are just not here anymore and they haven't died. They just have been offered their souls to the devil and they decline. And now social media is just bringing this thing to the light, and I'm just excited. I think I'm a little more excited to see Freaknik than I am this story, but
well, actually I heard that we'll watch it and then we'll come back and talk about it next week. But I did
the
hear
whole
that
world will be talking about Freaknik. Please, mom, do not be on there. Do
bruh.
not be on there.
What would you do? You know what? We're not even gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
Oh, a lot of mothers, they keep talking about aunties. No, people, mothers about to be on a Freaknik video going crazy. Before the twerking and everything, going, listen, me and Lucy was watching the video, right? And not even a video, they had a picture of a young lady. And I showed Lucy this yesterday.
Oh
And
my God.
the spread, the lips and everything. It had 5 hands in it, just going. It was a buffet. Her drawers was to the side, everything was a buffet. I'm like, Freaknik was
But
out.
like posing like this
With the
is
lips, the labia lips like this.
that was crazy.
Hello, 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 hello.
Y'all don't pay this man no mind.
Oh, that was
Pay
out
him
of
no mind.
control. Nah, for real, man.
Oh my goodness. Make
Crazy,
sure
man.
I was gonna say, Rado, make sure you're monitoring your Instagram comments because I do see some people on the comments on my side who tapped in. So I am managing that. I do see I adore my 3 sons. What up, girl? She's saying that I want to see the Freaknik too. So it's a lot of people who want to see this. It's already out, so you guys can pull it up. I don't know where it's streaming at, but with that good old Sky, we will find it.
We will find it.
We might even watch that tonight after the show.
No, it's not out yet. The Freaknik, is it out?
Yeah, my homegirl told me she watched it already.
Oh yeah, we watching that tonight.
Yeah, I heard it. So
we watching that tonight.
all right. We're already 30 minutes into this show, bruh. Okay, I wanna bring this up. Let's talk sports. We gotta talk sports really fast because
you know your boy Russell Wilson, he was picked up. You know what I'm saying? He went to the Steelers.
yeah, but an NFL executive
Wilson
that
could be
they're
cut
not
by
sure if
what could be cut? No way. Well, hold on. I will say this. So I haven't really had a chance to watch sports in the last couple of days, but I will say why this might make sense. Okay. So they have a very, very talented quarterback, right?
What's
That
his name?
what is this young boy name? It'll come to me in 1 second. Oh my goodness. He
Hold
plays
on.
in Chicago. Justin Fields. His name
Yep.
Justin Fields.
Okay. Yep.
Justin Fields is a dynamic quarterback, a running quarterback, and he's from the Chicago Bears. Well, there is a phenomenal, or supposed to be the next phenomenal quarterback coming out of USC, and Chicago Bears have the number one pick. His
Right.
name is Caleb Williams. He's from USC, and they're thinking about taking him. So it was a lot in limbo at the time because no one understood what they were going to do with Justin Fields, right? And they were like, "Oh, they're going to trade him. They're going to trade him. The Steelers need him. The Steelers need him." And the Steelers end up not getting him. And then it has been this big old gigantic move with them with with Russell Wilson being cut. And when Russell Wilson was cut, he was picked up and signed to $1 million contract with the Steelers. Well, what made that significant was that they came double back and they went and they signed Justin Fields behind him. Now everyone knows that Justin Fields is a project, but what everybody was saying was that Russell Wilson was going to come in and start for these first year or 2 years, and he was going to groom and mold Justin Fields and then let him take off. So to hear that he might be cut by Steelers camp, it doesn't really sound realistic. But if this boy Justin Fields balls out this summer and really shows that he's a good quarterback or a great dynamic quarterback, they might mess around and cut Russell Wilson.
So this NFL executive, I don't even know what that means. Let's see. ESPN's Adam Schefter at least one NFL executive feels this way, according to Adam Schefter, that Russell, that clearly the strategy in Pittsburgh is to have two guys come into training camp and see what each one has to offer. They are reporting that, quote, they can appoint Russell Wilson the starter. They can say Fields is the backup. However, the fact of the matter is that they have the luxury of letting this play out during camp and do whatever is best for that.
Whatever it is they feel is best for the team. And trust and believe sometimes that is to keep. So people want to sell tickets, right? And all this drama sells.
People want to sell tickets and they want to win games.
They want to win. Yeah, they want to win. Russell Wilson gives you the best chance to win. However, there has been a significant decline in Russell Wilson these last 2 years. I mean, he came from Seattle, known as a superstar. They gave him a $200 million contract, and now we're looking at him. I mean, not even making the playoffs or winning 50% of his games since he was with the Broncos. So,
and did he have any injuries? Like, what's that given?
I mean, he just had a dysfunctional team. So what they did was they brought him in and brought in a whole new staff. So he had new players, new coaches, the whole 9 yards. And what happened was that just wasn't a good move for him. It wasn't a good move for him. They brought him in and it wasn't a good move and he needed more help. And, as a result, it just got crazy, but it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing, but what's not embarrassing is that the Broncos still got to pay out those millions of dollars in the contract that he had. He had a guaranteed contract. I think it's like 28 or 30. No, it might be 38.
Yeah, it's guaranteed. So, which is why the Steelers only paid him $1 million, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this is another thing, right? Y'all got to excuse me because I always got these little stories that don't make it right. Doesn't make it to clapback. But it was this interesting story that this Japanese husband went 20 years without speaking to his wife because she had upset him 20 years prior. My question to everybody that's out here, and I want to see this in the comments, what could a wife have said to her husband for him not to have spoken to her for 20 years, yet stayed married?
What? Like, so were they living in the same house?
I mean, yes. They're portrayed. A lot of these stories don't give you the whole everything. Like, did they eat together? Did they work together? Did they drive in the same car together? But it gives this picture that they stayed in the same house, stayed in the marriage, but he had not spoken to his wife in 20 years.
What do you think?
I'm just trying to think what could a woman say to it. That's why I'm asking the comments to really comment on this thing. What women, I want to hear this, women and men. What could your significant other say to you that would keep you that would keep you over that would allow you to go years without speaking to that person? Please tell me, because this is out of control.
I can tell you this. I would not be staying in a relationship with somebody that I would not speak to for 20 years,
Yeah,
or
that's
that would not speak to me for 20 years. Like, that's a waste of our time. And then, so what? And then, like, what can you imagine? Like, okay, here's the thing.
only time you're talking is on your dying bed. It's like, I hate you.
how do you even go about not being like not talking to somebody for that long? Like, this it's at this point it's giving you're a op. Like, we're not there anymore. Like, there's really no point for us to be married. We're not friends, we're not cool, we're not partners, because if we're not talking, we're not doing anything else. So you mean they're not having sex, they're not going on dates, they're not doing anything. So what is it? Are we just in a relationship to say we're in a relationship? It's not giving that for me. So I don't know. Me personally,
Yeah,
there could be.
I definitely could never do it. It's just crazy to me, It's crazy to me to see something like that. Like, it's just out of control. But I mean, it is what it is. It's just a lot of craziness in this world. I
Yeah.
know we're not covering the YSL case, but did you hear that they have over 700 witnesses, and they condensed it to 400, and they're
And
saying
they were
that
saying it's going to take about 3 years.
2027. This case will take into 2027. Like,
What a waste.
have you had a chance to even see these? Have you had a chance to see people take the stand?
I did see the guy that
It
we
is a
last.
shit show. These people are getting on the stand. Every person that gets on the stand has said out of their own mouth that they have been threatened by the prosecutor to go to jail, which is why they're there. The last three people have been on trial saying all kind of things, handshakes. I mean, it's almost like them coming and saying, we have footage when you worked your first summer job when you were 15, and you were with your friends doing different kind of handshakes, and that was gang related, and that's what YSL is. It is just nonsense. Every person that
time
comes,
for the court to
yes,
but I think that's a part of the defense's strategy, is to call all of these witnesses.
no, the defense are not doing it. This is the prosecutor calling these witnesses. The defense is just cross examining. The defense
Wow.
doesn't.
I'm surprised the judge is even like permitting that.
700 witnesses. First of all, this is a high level celebrity. All of these people that's coming is going to say any and everything. They want to be a part of the experience. You got a lot of groupies that just coming in to say, "Hi, Young Thug, we love you." Like, it's crazy.
But there's also a lot of people who are like, I don't want nothing to do with this, because he still has such a strong influence over the community.
That too, but what I'm saying is that every person that comes on the stand is forced. I haven't seen one witness come to the stand, what I'm saying, voluntarily, and just say, "Hey, look, this guy's a terrible man. He's a menace to society." None of that has ever happened. The only people that have talked bad about Young Thug thus far are his co-defendants, and his co-defendants have an incentive to do that.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Crazy. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't want to stop you. It's just been a few things that I wanted to kind of bring up that I know was just crazy. And that was one of them. To hear a trial going to 2027, not a date, but just to know that just having a trial date twice a month will go on that long is just out of control.
It's ridiculous. I would never want to be wrapped up into that.
Yeah.
All right. Controversial topic. We got Mr. Rado, totally unfiltered, but I am still bringing this topic to the show.
Are we allowed to be unfiltered?
I want you to be political. I don't want us to get, let's say this, I don't want us to get canceled.
You want to put a strainer under those noodles when they go into the sink.
Yes.
You want a small filter.
I want a nice.
I want the noodles to fall in the sink, girl.
I want a strong filter. I want a strong filter.
All right, let's see what you got. Come on, talk to me.
I want a strong filter, but we gonna
Talk to me.
talk about it because
Okay.
guess what? We have to. All right. Super viral. Planet Fitness went ahead and banned a gym owner. I'm sorry, a gym goer. Her name is Patricia Silva. After she complained and felt uncomfortable by a trans woman shaving their face in the women's locker room. I do have a video of her initially walking out and giving her sentiments about her experience. But what's big about this is not only has it gone viral, because this happened like early in March, like around the 11th, it kind of just picked up steam and we're hearing about it now. But allegedly, actually, this is not even allegedly, this is true. Planet Fitness lost $400 million in their stock since this. So hold on, I'm gonna actually pull it up. Stock. Planet Fitness stock. Let me just pull it up, you guys. It went up today, but Fox Business value plummet. Planet Fitness value plummets $400 million after transgender turmoil. That's such a big deal.
This stuff gotta stop. Do you really? And I just have to say this: do you guys really think I want my young daughter feeling uncomfortable because a man, a physical man, is sitting in here shaving? And I understand that this is my thing, right?
Well, hold on. Before you give your opinion, let's go ahead and share the video. Make sure you guys tap into the comments either here on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. Let us know what's up. We want to hear from you. I want to share the screen again. Give me a second. Because I think it's important that we get this lady, we get the lady's full we get her perspective, because I do like what she said, because she's not one of these people who is just like a homophobe. You know what I'm saying? She's not transphobic. Here's what she had to say. Let's see. Let me see if I can get this going. Okay, hold on. Add this in. Boom. All right. We're going to play this starting now.
Just wanted to say I just came out of Planet Fitness, and there is a man shaving in a women's bathroom. I realize he wants to be a woman. He gets to be a woman. I love him in Christ. He's a spiritual being having a human experience. He doesn't like his gender, so he wants to be a woman. But I'm not comfortable with him shaving in my bathroom. Good.
All right, so that's what listen, she's not coming at, we're just going to be politically correct here. She's not coming at the trans woman any type of way.
No way.
But
no way.
She's saying, listen, you have
bathrooms. You have to give them their own bathrooms. It is wrong to force that upon society. Bathrooms are a very sacred and private place for genders, right? There's a very private place for a man's locker room because of the testosterone, and there's a very private place for women because of the femininity that exists in those places. There is, and I don't care who says it, right? Because women are put on this earth to be protected, and men are put on this earth to be protectors. There is no father or mother that will tell you that they are okay with their young daughter being inside of a locker room and a transgender pulling down their pants and them seeing that penis. And I don't care. See, this is when it gets real, because women all the time, and it's mostly the women, because it's us men that are saying that we don't care about what you do sexually. We don't care what you do behind closed doors. We don't care what you do in front of us. But don't force this upon our people. You have women and you have men. And at the end of the day, we understand that you want to identify as a man or a woman or both, or animal, whatever it is that you want to identify. We will say that we will identify you as those things. However, you have to do it in appropriate spaces. And transgenders need to be in places with transgenders. You want me to tell you why? Because if you put a woman transition as a man and a man transition as a woman, and you put both of them in the same bathroom, they're gonna have an issue. And you know why?
I wouldn't think that, but tell me why.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because that male that's identifying as a woman is going to cover her breasts when that woman that's identifying as a man is undressing. So if a transgender can feel that way, how do you think a natural male or woman feels?
Here's my
Let
opinion.
me ask you this question. If you have a transgender woman that's transitioning as a male, and then you have a male that's transitioning as a woman, and both of them take their clothes off, do you think both of them are going to be comfortable with each one seeing each other?
I think they would be, only because I think perhaps they are both identifying as trans, and I think that would trump.
But
I think it would.
trans don't identify as trans. Trans identify as the gender that they are assuming they are. So
well, here's the thing. But yes and no. This person right here is identifying as a trans woman. According to Patricia Silva. So let me tell you where I stand on this. First of all, Planet Fitness came out years ago, almost 10 years ago, with this policy that basically says whatever gender you identify with, you are allowed to use that bathroom in which you identify with. So this is not a new policy from Planet Fitness. This is just now going viral. So it's been in place for a long time, and there was a lot of scrutiny over it when it first came out. But again, it's been out for a while. In this situation, I think what makes this hard to swallow for a lot of individuals is that this person clearly looks like a man, right? It's not somebody. It looks like a man, with probably like their bra stuffed, or like a man dressed in like women's clothing. And I think what further makes this messed up is that not only are they pushing the boundaries to say, okay, clearly I'm presenting as a man. I'm telling you I'm identifying as a woman, which is really hard for someone who has eyes to digest. And then you're pushing it a second level by shaving in the bathroom. And I just think if you're already pushing it by looking like a man, but then saying you're identifying as a woman, and then you're shaving your beard in the bathroom like a man would, it's like, why even do that? Like I feel like you're intentionally trying to make people feel uncomfortable, and you're intentionally trying to make people have to accept you in this bathroom. And this is a problem that we've seen in locker rooms all around the country for a number of years. And it's hard to understand this, right? It's hard to understand that we are supposed to accept this person as a woman in the women's bathroom. You're clearly presenting as a man. And I would also say that it puts a harder strain on trans women who really present like female, and who are not like overtly trying to make people feel uncomfortable. So it's like, I'm clearly transitioning. Maybe you're far in your transitional process, and and I'm just trying to come and I'm trying to be incognito. This is somebody who's not trying to blend in. Like, you're not really trying to be, I don't know if you're really trying to be a woman if you're shaving your beard in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not something women do. We don't shave our face in the bathroom, especially in a public bathroom. Like, it's to me, I feel like this person was kind of trolling in the locker room. But again, I also want to emphasize that we don't really have any information if this person was acting like a predator just to be trans, right? Let's just say this person is for real trans and not just like cross-dressing and playing in the women's bathroom. But like it's hard to say like were they, being flirtatious or fondling themselves or showing off their genitals, or were you being weird in the bathroom, or or were you just kind of like I mean, in the locker room, there's locker room behavior. You shouldn't be like doing anything weird in the locker room anyway, because you're going to make people feel uncomfortable. So
You just as a society, we continue to wreck our brains and trying to understand something that wasn't meant to be understood. My thing is, if people are going to accept transgenders, then they need a transgender restroom, because everything that they do is totally different from the gender that they are identifying with. And it just is what it is. This guy couldn't have been acting the rate or couldn't have been doing anything, but he is a man that belongs in a man's bathroom because he identifies as a man when it comes to using the bathroom and his mannerisms. Then I understand that you have those who identify as women and those who identify as men. But in the men's bathroom, we specifically have built this bathroom over the last 500 years, right? To specifically meet the needs of males, those who have facial hair, those who have broad shoulders, those who have a penis. We use the restroom differently. And then the last 500 years, we've had these great women who have engineered these bathrooms for women. And because women do things a certain way, right? You use the bathroom a certain way, you do your makeup a certain way, the mirror needs to be a certain way, right? And it's just different. So what's happening is that you have this individual that is transitioning to a woman, and he's free to do that, or she's free to do that. But at the end of the day, that portion of your body needs to be in the male's restroom. And for me, I am highly uncomfortable with a transgender using the same restroom as my daughter, because she's unable to understand that, and she's going to feel uncomfortable when she sees a chest, penis, and masculine parts inside of a place where she supposedly feels safe.
let me ask you
What
this.
are inappropriate behaviors that are deeming it that is done on a regular basis from women and males in
Mhm.
their own locker room respectively? But those things are not blown out of proportion because they belong there.
Would you feel as uncomfortable if it was a woman transitioning to a man using the male locker room?
If it was a woman transitioning to a male, what do you mean?
So if I'm born a woman,
Hmm.
but I want to identify as a man,
Yeah, absolutely.
and I want and I'm choosing to use the men's locker room.
That transgender is going to always feel uncomfortable no matter what.
But would you as a
Yes,
male
yes,
also
me.
feel
I'm going to feel uncomfortable as well, because now I'm not going to feel that I can be as open and um vulgar as I am inside of the bathroom. We don't always have dividers when we go and use the bathroom. Men, we just pull our penis out and we pee. And
Mhm.
respectively, we do that because we know that there's this unforeseen thing that's respected with each man. It's just how we are. Women, you guys get undressed in front of each other no matter where you are. You could have met this girl. You don't have to know her. She could be the store clerk. You're going to pull your stuff out because you guys are both girls, right? And that's just how it is. It's just that natural order. But with transgenders, they always feel uncomfortable because they are not, they represent that gender, but they are not that gender. And
Mhm.
I'm not here to say what's right or what's wrong. What I'm trying to say is that we need to be able to support transgenders in a better way with giving them their own restroom to be able to soothe them. I made a statement a second ago, and I said for the last 500 years, men have specifically engineered bathrooms for men. I said the same thing for women. Well, at this point now, that in the 20th century, we have come to this point where we are accepting transgenders. We are learning about transgenders. We need to build them their own spaces so that not that they're secluded, but that they can be so that they can feel more comfortable. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care what they tell you, transgenders are not comfortable in these spaces. They're forcing it. They're forcing it, and they continue to force it, and they're going to force it forever. They are not comfortable in these spaces because they do not have the same parts that work the same way. And they get these looks, they get these feels because they're trying to force their way into a space that wasn't meant for them.
And I think it's not even forced. It's like they are forced into that space because there's literally no other option, right? You have the women's locker room and the men's locker room. And if there were a gender neutral bathroom where someone could just go in, and I would even say like maybe to somebody who just doesn't want to use a public
But
facility without.
but there is a choice. That see, this is the thing. Okay, this is the
But
thing.
no. But let me finish my thought. What I'm saying is,
let me tell you this though.
no, I want to finish my thought. If there's only two options, if there's only a men's bathroom, there's only a women's bathroom, and you identify as trans and you got to use the bathroom, you got to use one or the other. There's no other option. You're either going to pee on yourself or you're using a bathroom. So to your point, I agree that there should be an option to have a gender neutral bathroom for anybody to go and use so that people don't feel uncomfortable or feel like they're obligated to continue to make that choice.
Man, all I'm saying is that is this whole free choice is BS to me. It's getting to a point where the agenda is being forced, and it's not a funny thing when these transgenders go into spaces where they have to choose, which is like military, and I don't want to say jail or prison, but when you go into these spaces where you have to identify with your legal gender, it's everything goes to a norm. It's just I don't like it. I don't have an issue with transgenders or the LGBTQ community in any kind of way, but I hate this false narrative that everybody has to agree and has to accept those kind of ways. I don't agree with that, because if I was to say that a person had to agree with all of my ways, ideas, and my lifestyles, that would be totally unfair.
I think that's a fair point. It's hard to, I think it's just one of those situations where it's like everybody's not going to agree on this. And I think finding a happy medium, to me, in my opinion, would be.
Let me ask you this, because you have a young son, and we'll have a young daughter. If you guys are at the YMCA and a transgender, a male transitioning to a woman decides to unclothe herself in front of your daughter, which you're in the locker room, do you have your daughter look at her, or do you turn your daughter around? Are you comfortable with that, or do you turn your daughter around? Because women, I'm asking you as a woman because you guys will always support transgender before males will. And I say that because you guys are a lot more empathetic and more nurturing when it comes to the situation. But I would like to ask, if not you, if you're not comfortable answering that, we can ask the audience, how they feel, because I don't want this, when we talk about LGBTQ community, it's a stain out there. It's like if you say the wrong thing, it goes on forever. So you could use caution with you answering that question. But we can ask the comments on how they feel about that. If you have a son and there is a woman transitioning to a male and she comes into the locker room, or he comes into the locker room and he gets undressed the same way we all get undressed in our locker room, and his parts are different, do you turn your son around, or is it okay for your son to be there and watch?
It's a fair point. And the thing is like,
you're all supposed to be comfortable.
It's that's such a crazy time to even have to think about those decisions, because when you grow up and you start like going to the public pool, that's like really the first time that you even see a stranger, a woman's body, right?
Yeah, in the locker room, everybody get naked.
And it's the first time where you're just kind of like,
that looks like mine look like yours.
And not only that, or it's like, wow, like all bodies look different. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like there's, big stomachs, small stomachs, big butts, wrinkle butts, whatever it is. And so you're just like,
well, for the girls, y'all just look at the breasts. When you young like that, you're like, oh, her breasts is that's what big breasts look like. That's what mine gonna look like.
Or as a young person, you're just like, wow, this is what a woman's body looks like in the locker room. So there's a lot that you learn in the locker room. And I wouldn't be comfortable with my kids seeing the opposite male at a young age, or opposite gender at a young age, whether it be my son or my daughter. And only because I just feel like it's inappropriate for a young girl to see a grown man's physical body. But I also feel that, like, I wouldn't want Kennedy to see you naked. You know what I'm saying? I also wouldn't want, you know, I mean, I just wouldn't want like, I never saw my dad naked. I saw my
I
mom
would
naked.
never want my daughter. I would never allow or want my daughter to see me naked.
But
It's just not
but the thing
something.
is, and it's kind of different with mom, because your son and your daughter can kind of see mom.
No, it's not different with moms, because sons, you don't let your son see mommy like that, unless they're a certain age. After 4, 5, or
Yeah,
6,
yeah, yeah,
it's no
exactly.
longer appropriate.
Yeah,
Boys see their fathers and women see their moms.
exactly.
I mean, girls see their moms. It's just what it
It's
is,
just
you know.
and from that's where I am on that standpoint. In general, it wouldn't even matter how you identify personally, but your physical anatomy, I think it's inappropriate. I'm not If I wouldn't allow my husband to expose his genitals to our kids, or to our daughters, I wouldn't want any other masculine parts to be shown to her either. um and again, guess what? This is America, right? Like, it's very different in other countries and other cultures.
I
There's a
would
lot
like,
of bathhouses.
listen, we have. It seems like every week we have topics around the LGBTQ community. I think it's time that we get a transgender and from this community to come on the show and speak with us and kind of bounce around ideas, because we are coming from a narrow perspective, being as though we identify with the same gender in which we were born with.
Hmm.
And let's hear those. I would like to hear those struggles, those differences, those view mindsets, to see how they feel.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell you how transgender feel. I'm not a transgender.
What
Um,
can I say this about this? Another thing that I notice about this is that this is also white privilege. This is
oh yeah,
also
oh yeah. This is Karen and Ken for sure. Oh, Karen and Karen. This
this
is
is an
oh yeah.
example to me. A black trans woman could never.
Oh no, can never,
Black trans woman could never,
can never.
nor could I say they would even attempt to be as
Yeah,
open, because guess what? Number one, she is presenting as a white male.
yeah,
If this person walked down the street, you would identify them as sir, unless they corrected you in
yeah.
terms of pronouns. Now we can respect whatever they want to be referred to and blah blah blah, but your eyes don't lie. This person is presenting as a male despite the bra. A black trans people could never be sitting in a public Planet Fitness
Any of them
and have the audacity to shave their face.
do
So
any of
this,
them.
I think, to stand tall for the black trans women, they don't get the luxury of doing this.
Yeah.
They don't get the luxury of doing that. They're at the bottom of the totem pole, and so
Shout out Saucy Santana.
well,
Saucy Santana for getting into it.
trans.
Huh?
Santana is not trans.
Well, there we go. I don't know what I know now. How
Okay,
is
he'll
Saucy
get somebody
Santana
up.
not trans?
He's not trans. He's not trans. I'll just say that.
Okay.
He doesn't identify as trans. He identifies as a male, but he just he
He's
listen.
saucy. He's just saucy.
He's just saucy. We love him.
I brought up his or her name due to the fact that obviously this whole Diddy thing has been messy, and it's crazy, y'all, because these last 3 weeks we have not brought up anything on Diddy, and right now we are now under the official phase of surviving Diddy. So it started with the whole Cassie situation. It started with that lawsuit. It started with some things prior to that. Young Miami has now vanished. She is no longer trying to be associated with him. He's been rumored to have had sexual relationship with several men in the industry. Everybody is clowning him, and we are now officially seeing the documentary being built, just like it was Surviving R. Kelly, Surviving Diddy. So Diddy, go ahead and start putting that money in offshore accounts.
You'll
I
see.
mean, at the end of the day, you have done nothing illegal. You're just a super freak, so you're not going to jail. But I mean, you're gonna have to live off the money that you have because your name is now tarnished. So you'll never be bad boy. You'll never be able to make another 500 million that way. But go
Yeah.
get your money, Slim, and just keep being freaky. Keep them white people gonna still come to them parties. Don't worry.
Oh no, people gonna still be extra freaky with them, but
Yeah.
sometimes sometimes that listen, if you extra freaky, just start getting NDAs. That's it.
He been doing NDA. The NDA. So listen, NDAs is no longer a thing. So of course, I'm spitting all. Listen, I'm giving you guys all these stories because Clapback give you all these stories. But there is an NDA. Yeezy is suing this young woman for $20 million right now because of breach of the NDA. No one cares about an NDA because we have never seen anyone properly be prosecuted from an NDA. So why is anyone scared? Can you give me the name of anybody who ever been prosecuted from NDA? No. No one knows what an NDA really means. It means that you can't say anything, right? But if you say something, what are you going to do? You're going to sue me for 20 million that I don't have?
Because that's still even Stormy Daniels. I think she had an NDA against Donald Trump about the money that she took for the whatever.
What's the super freak from Hollywood? That's what's the guy name? That was messing that they was messing with my girl messing with my girl from shoot, I can't think of this girl. She was one of the most beautiful black women actresses that we've been talking about for the last 30 years. What's her name? She was a sex symbol. Short hair, no husband.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, there you go. What's the guy? Harvey
Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein had everyone sign NDAs. He still.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he wasn't just out here going crazy. He was telling these girls.
Now, Harvey Weinstein is a straight predator.
He's a predator with money who was getting people to sign these NDAs.
All right, look, we over time.
We over time, y'all. We NDA over time. So sign the NDA. But look, y'all, man, I had a phenomenal time with you guys, like I always, man. When I'm not here on Clapback, you can catch me at Roddo 007. That's RODDOE 007. Or all platforms, even Gmail. I love y'all.
All right, y'all. And you know who I am. I'm Jules Jessie. Make sure you pull up and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Treasure of JULES. Let us know what you liked about this show. Tap into the comments below. We're trying to mix it up a little bit. And again, like Roddo said, we definitely want to invite you guys to come onto the show. We're looking for somebody in the transgender community to come and holler at us so that we just don't have such a narrow-minded view on everything. We want to know what we don't know. You know what I'm saying? So tap in, let us know what you want to talk about next week. But until then, enjoy your weekend. Stay peaceful and keep it P. That's what the young people say now. Keep it P.